So we decided on the name for a couple different reasons. One of my mentors who sits on our board now said, why don't you call it Just a Pair of Shoes or Just Some Shoes or something? And I remembered back to in college in my first intro to writing class. She said, write about something or someone that made a huge impact on your life or made an impact and changed the trajectory of a direction that you took. And I thought back to my first pair of shoes. And ultimately, they changed the direction of where I was heading. And my life changed when I put these shoes on. And it was crazy to think about it years later, but to some people, it's just a pair of shoes, and to others, it's not. That professor, when I told her my topic, she said it's just shoes. And I said, no, let me write about it and tell you why it's not. So Just a Pair of Shoes came up because some people get it and some people just don't yet. To hit the 1,000th pair mark in December was amazing. I mean, it's been so much work and just so much that has gone into it for all these years. To finally get to 1,000 is just amazing.
This is our 1,000th pair!
And to think back on, 1,000 kids got a pair of shoes and had one-on-one time with an older person that they really kind of look up to, and they were really encouraging. So just to have an impact with a positive person from the community, it's just amazing, man. 1,000 kids to know someone cares is it was a lot to take in, but it was amazing. So the process to an event it's a lot, and it's a lot behind the scenes. Basically what we do is we send the measuring tool to the schools. They measure and select the kids. So they do a lot of the work. And then from there, we pack each individual shoe, customizable, with their name on it and their favorite color, and we try to match their favorite color to the socks too. So we put that in the box. That takes about an hour alone just on the packing side. We box it up, load it up into the van, and then, the next day we head to the school. From there, we unbox it all, and all the volunteers are there. We let the kids play around a little bit to get warmed up, and then we bring everybody in. We look for 3 promises, and we kind of tell them a little bit about why they're getting a pair of shoes and what happened to me specifically, and really try to relate. If you've been to one of the events, you'll see, hey, how many have ever gotten picked on before? And it's usually like 85%. Honestly, I see it time and time again, and I'm surprised as I was the first time. So it doesn't get like old or anything. And then from there, they try their new shoes on with each volunteer, and they're kind of hyped up, and they just have a great time. And it's just so much fun. I promise.
I promise.
To be a good student.
To be a good student.
To be a good friend.
To be a good friend.
And to be a good kid.
And be a good kid.
We try to include high school students in each event because I think it's important for both, for the young student and for the high school student, because they're in the same district. And a lot of times, in order to do better, you have to see better. And exposing them to a high school athlete, that's ultimately, at least for me, that's what I looked up to as a kid. So it's just ultimately super beneficial for the young student and for the high school student, because it's a very humbling process. And it just reminds them how it was for them when they were in the 3rd or 4th grade in their shoes. More corporate sponsors would make a huge impact, I think just directly in the community. We could do more schools and cover more ground if businesses locally got involved, To get things done, it really takes partners. It takes more than one. And we like to do a lot of the footwork. So I think it makes it very easy for a corporation to come in there because we've already got all the groundwork laid out. If the intentions are great from the corporate, then we want to align and we just want to help the community. I decided to merge my love of sneakers into a nonprofit just because it made a huge impact on me as a kid. And I think my past definitely played a big role into what we do today. I think getting picked on as a kid, what people don't think about is you know, that the effects of bullying. It lowers your confidence, and you just kind of try to stay out of everybody's way. And you know, when I got my new shoes and my confidence started to raise and I no longer got picked on and you know, stuff like that. And it was just like, you know what? There's a lot of kids that go through the same thing, and we can help them by giving them a pair of shoes and bringing some stuff with it, you know, preaching some really important principles on success and direction. And ultimately, I really think that we help so many kids just in that aspect alone.